Hello, I'm ABXToyCat and welcome back to another video. I figured Minecraft 1.10 suddenly being on everyone's horizons and people asking questions like, oh, so what's going to be in this next update? Rather than trying to answer impossible questions like that one that no one truly knows just yet, I figured it'd be way more fun to answer the question of what's not going to be in Minecraft 1.10. So yeah, here are 5 really popular features, popular enough to be made into mods, that won't be part of the base game in 1.10 for a bunch of different reasons. I figured it would be cool to share with you in today's video. So that's what we're doing today, 5 unlikely features. Hopefully you do all enjoy the bizarre idea. If you do, please do like it and let me know because it helps out the channel a lot, and let us know you do like these unlikely feature videos. Anyway, yeah, let's get straight into it, shall we? With the first unlikely feature, again, all 5 of these are mods that are pretty cool to look at, even if you don't believe they're going to be part of the game, because the first one is the speedometer. So you can see in the bottom left right now, I've got a blocks per second counter. It's pretty small, you might not notice it just now, but basically, yeah, this measures how fast you're going in blocks per second. It's like a speedometer in any racing or any other type of game like that. So why is this mod so cool, and why will it not be a part of the game? First of all, it's really cool because it allows you to be like, oh, so when you're sprinting, you go a meter faster when you're walking, and you can kind of just keep track of how fast you're going in that way, and if you're running away from something, you can run and jump and know that, yeah, you're going as fast as you humanly can. It makes you feel better about yourself knowing just how fast you're going. But why is it not going to be part of the base game, as much as I personally really like this thing? So the reason it's not going to be part of the base game is because the HUD in Minecraft is something they are very careful not to clutter, or the GUI or whatever. Basically, you might notice, as opposed to other games where, you know, there's stuff everywhere, minimap, a kill feed, all that stuff, in Minecraft, all there really is there's, you know, the thing at the bottom down there, you can see my hotbar, which then has my XP bar, which then has the hearts and the hunger, and then besides that, you sometimes get the chat. So if I die or if I type something on the left, you'll see a little box there. But for the most part, most of the screen is what you're looking at. Most of my screen right now is this bizarre church. Most of my screen right now is that hill, and that is something they clearly want to do in Minecraft. I mean, the Pocket Edition isn't quite so much like that, but the console and the PC at the very least are very, very much focused on not cluttering the UI. And as cool as having a blocks per second counter is, or as cool as having like a map on the screen is, it's just not something that really makes sense to waste some space and clutter up the screen with. So yeah, a lot of ideas that would be kind of cool in practice won't really make too much sense, and if you want to have a block per second counter, for now you'll have to stick to the mod. The second thing you'll have to stick to a mod for is something a lot of people do ask for, and I think it might be one of the most requested of all of these mods, because if you look around my square right now, you might notice some items that you might want in your own builds, you know, such as this nether brick, this barrel, table, this barrel over here, acacia barrel I believe it is. We've got a dark oak bench over here, we've got a oak chest here, we've got a stone lava fountain, we've got, you know, a weird torch thing, we've got a diamond table. There's all these, and also some market stands over here. We've got all these cool items that a lot of people would really love to have. So why are they not in the game? If people want them, why are they not going to be there? So for the most part, when Minecraft adds something to the game, they generally add it in a block format so that you can turn it into whatever you want. You know, like with you know, if you want to make tables, you can use a fence and a pressure plate, but you can't just, you know, demand a table be in the game. And the reason for this is because they like to encourage creativity rather than tell you what to do with something. So you know, when they have this bench over here, so if we expand this a bit more, okay, we can't expand it a bit more, but you know, when you've got a bench that you can do like this, what can you really do with this bench besides have something you can sit on? Not really too much. So yeah, as cool as these blocks are, in particular, are, you know, to make a particular thing, they're not that great just as a general purpose thing, because they can do one thing. This stone lava fountain, I think, is actually a kind of exception, but you know, look at these market stands. They can make a markety thing where you can buy and sell stuff, but what else can they really do? Not too much. And yeah, that is kind of the issue with a lot of you know, furniture blocks that people request. If they can only do one purpose in the game, you know, they kind of discourage creativity rather than encourage it. Also, the second reason for stuff like barrels and you know, this lava fountain and this weird torch thing is because circles in Minecraft, I think you should know better than that. So yeah, circles in Minecraft and furniture in Minecraft, as cool as it is and as much as people might want it, I think beyond a very basic form, we'll never see stuff like, you know, as intricate as this, because it just discourages creativity rather than encourages it. So yeah, let's move on from this onto the next one here, which is going to be again, this is one that, you know, would be cool, and maybe they even want to do, but obviously for copyright reasons you cannot. So what is the third mod here? It's actually going to be a dragon shout mod. So as you can see right here, if I press G, it brings up the dragon shout mod, and I get to pick a you know, one of my dragon shouts if I picked up. So all of these are ones that I had to go out and find at some point, and I've just got all of them right here. And as you can see, if I want to, I can do fire breath at someone, I can slow the time, I can do all this other stuff. Let's use fire breath now though to prove an example, and boom, just now if I press Y, let's do that pig for instance, boom, you can see right that we can blow stuff up and do stuff like that. So why is this not in the game if it's so cool? If we're, you know, wouldn't it be awesome to have the ability to go sprinting or to, you know, slow down time or do any of this other stuff? The reason it's not going to be in the game is obviously for copyright reasons. You can't just take, you know, Skyrim's feature and put it in there. But the second reason is obviously they do tend to, you know, just stay away from super complex features, especially stuff like this. So although, you know, at some point in the far future you might see something inspired very loosely on dragon shouts, you'll never see, you know, for instance, you know, I yell Fusradar and then I go like this. Boom. So yeah, you'll never see, the exact dragon shouts, and you'll never see that from any game. You'll never see, particular things just come from games unless they somehow license it, and I doubt that's a thing they do. And plus, most features that come to Minecraft are unique and aren't directly from another game. So yeah, that is the third feature just here that you will not see in Minecraft as much, as cool as it might be. So let's move on to the next one here, which is actually going to be to do with pigs and to do with zombies and just other mobs like that, because a lot of people might want this sort of thing. So it's kind of, he's glitched into a half block here, but basically when you kill a pig, when you kill any mob in Minecraft right now, what happens is the animal dies and then it just poofs away, right? Not with this mod installed. So this is the Ragdolls mod, and what it does is when a mob dies, instead of turning into death, it turns, instead of just disappearing, it turns into a ragdoll. So if we go over to here, maybe it's going to be a bit better. Basically, the idea behind it is like, it's like other games where it shows you that. And as you can see, there's a pig body. So the reason this won't be in the game should be kind of obvious because of how sad it is to look at the dead pig. I mean, Minecraft is, having a younger and younger audience, it seems, over time. And just having features like, being able to realize that you did just kill a pig and now he's dead forever, that's kind of sad. I mean, I could maybe see it with zombies, because we look right here. Let's kill a zombie. You can see the same thing happens over there, and it is, maybe it feels a bit satisfying there and then disappears. But yeah, look, I think that it's a terrible idea because of the whole young thing, and I also just think that it doesn't really add too much to the game, but it does add a lot of processor requirements and whatnot, because they have to simulate all these dead bodies. When you kill 10 pigs, for instance, you've got to have 10 pig bodies, and that just seems like a questionable idea for lots of reasons. So yeah, ragdoll corpses after you kill anything, probably not a good idea for quite a few reasons. So let's move on to the final mod that won't be part of the game, and this is one that people request all the time, whether it's for emerald, whether it's for lapis, whether it's for redstone, coal, all these different blocks where people are like, it'd be really cool if you could make, let's say, lapis armor, or lapis pickaxes, or, an emerald sword, or any of this other stuff, and you might think, oh yeah, this is a pretty cool idea, look at it looks awesome, I'd love to have lapis armor on. So why is this not a good idea? Why is it not going to be a part of 1.10, or indeed any other future update? So the reason for this is because, to have another set of tools, it'd be cool to add them, but I don't think they're going to, because they've had the same 4 for the longest time, and even in the combat update they didn't change it. But if we exclude that for now, what are the actual proper reasons by itself? So I think the reasons are because lapis, is a decorative block. Putting it in there as that would be kind of bizarre. Emerald is a block which has to be used as a currency. If you give it the use like this, you kind of destroy that use. And, there's a lot, every single block, that you might think of right now kind of has that same argument. I think that in the future they might add a new ore to have a 5th set of armor, or 5th set of stuff, but having just the, this is the lapis tools mod, having this just instantly put in the game is probably not something that's going to happen. Also bear in mind that whenever people do make mods of this, and you might think, oh yeah, it'd be cool if they just took the lapis mod, put it straight in there. Bear in mind the difference between the lapis sword and the diamond sword here is just so ridiculous, given that, lapis is easier to find, or just a tiny bit easier to find than diamonds. It just doesn't make sense to give it this much more power, because bear in mind that that's just a one hit on anything. I mean, if I had a zombie, I'd show you it's a one hit kill. And yeah, it's basically just an insane amount of power. You shouldn't give it to lapis. It doesn't make sense on lapis. They don't want to give it to lapis. And for the most part, lapis, emerald, redstone tools, not going to be a thing. Maybe a 5th set of tools at some point in the future. I'd love to see that, but whether it exists or not is something we're going to have to wait and see about. And the fact that we didn't see in 1.9 is kind of, something that should make you a bit more negative about the future. Anyway, yeah, those are 5 unlikely features for 1.10. Hopefully you did all enjoy today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed one of these little things, even if it's just like, oh look, there's dragon shouts in Minecraft. Because I was, even though this is a ridiculous mod and it's not the most well done thing, I do think it's really cool that you can just have dragon shouts in Minecraft. I do think it's cool that you can have furniture. I think all these things are cool as mods, but I do not think they'll be part of the base game. Let me know what you think in the comments down below about these 5 features and indeed more stuff. And other than that, I hope you did all enjoy today's video. I'm going to stop using this map. I know I've used it too many times between my videos in this past week. And besides that, I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye, everybody.